One of the biggest games of English football, of course, the Premier League starts for both these teams. Manchester United versus Arsenal. One of the games that you grew up waiting to watch in the Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger era, of course, but we still wait for it now. There's a lot on the line for both clubs. There's a lot on the line for both clubs. The two managers that I think under the most pressure this season in the Premier League, we'll talk about the game, we'll talk about the predicted lineups for both teams. It's Sesko versus Gyökeres, the two strikers that both clubs wanted. Of course, and Arsenal got their Swedish guy, and of course, Manchester United got Sesko at the end. Of course, it's a heated clash. It's gonna be, the fans are already excited about it. And let's talk about it. But before we go on and talk about the game and show you the predicted lineups and what Amorim will do and how the midfield battles will face and the forward line as well for both clubs, make sure to hit that like button. If you are new here and if you are subscribed to the channel, of course, we are on the way to 50K. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment below and like the video underneath. With your help, we'll reach 50K, hopefully before the midway through the season. And if you are an old subscriber and you have been watching Footy Judge Mo, welcome back to the channel. Of course, I just want to start by saying one thing. Tomorrow or today, depending on when you are watching this video, I think there is way more pressure on Arsenal Football Club. Let me start by saying that Manchester United, even though they were coming back from 15th and they are trying to bounce back with Ruben Amorim, I genuinely think that Man United will have more leeway than Arsenal. But that's from the fans and from the media and from the pundits. We all know the narrative that will run against Arsenal if they don't win. They're failing. Liverpool won, Man City won. Why didn't Arsenal win? Even though, in my opinion, by the way, I think even if Arsenal don't win tomorrow, and I'm not putting this, I'm gonna tell you my predictions or my percentages at the end of the video, and I want to hear your predictions as well for the game in the comment section below. I think it's a game that Arsenal, yes, they have won lately, but I think they are going against a team that is completely revamped in Manchester United, especially in the forward line. Manchester United, the fans will be excited. That's why I think even if Arsenal don't win, it's not the end of the world. Manchester United will be tough for every single team. I am not ruling out either team wins. But in the same time, if I'm looking at this and I'm looking at both teams, I think the game, both teams are going to be a little bit cautious. I know that everyone is expecting maybe Arsenal to be more attacking, which is rightfully so. They are the team that on paper should be better. They are more stable. They came second last year. And so basically on paper, they're supposed to be the second best team in the country. Manchester United have come from a shit season last season, not a great season. Ruben Amorim is playing a style that historically didn't work in the Premier League, apart from Antonio Conte when he won with Chelsea in the 16-17 season. It's a 3-4-3 system that relies so much on the wing-backs. And currently the wing-backs of Man United are Amad Diallo and Dorgu. So that will play a massive factor. I'm actually going to start first by the predicted lineup, but these are my predicted lineups, okay? These are my predicted lineups. For Manchester United, I'm actually not expecting Sesko to start the game. I'm expecting Cunha to start the game up top and having Mason Mount behind. The reason why, Sesko has joined Arsenal after Victor Gyökeres, who already played 2 games for Arsenal in the preseason. Sesko hasn't. I don't know if Sesko has been training for Man United now for about a week, but I'm not sure if Ruben Amorim will risk start him from minute 1. This is why I'm expecting this lineup. I'm expecting Maguire to start at the back because I'm not sure if Mazraoui is fit yet. Dallo is not going to play in the center back. It will be, in my opinion, this will be the lineup. And this will also be the lineup that I will go with, to be honest. It's Harry Maguire, De Ligt, Lenny Yoro, the young defender. Everyone shits on Harry Maguire and say this and that, but I think Harry Maguire, against a team like Arsenal, might actually play well. He's not going to be asked to play in spaces. He's going to be asked to be compact and tight, and the leadership from the back is his thing. And this is why I think that Harry Maguire is going to start. The game up top is going to be the newcomers, Cunha and Mbeumo and Amad Diallo on the right side, of course. Here is the main problem with this. is Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. There's no legs. There's not enough legs in this midfield to actually be able to run after the likes of Odegaard, after the likes of Declan Rice. Declan Rice especially is very athletic. Martin Zubimendi is, and I'm going to show you the lineup for Arsenal in a bit. And I'm just going to tell you what I think about the lineup for Arsenal. This is going to be, in my opinion, the lineup for Arsenal. Martinelli is going to start on the left. It will be Calafiori on that left side because he was shown on the Arsenal badge for the pre-game picture on the website and on the Twitter account and on Instagram account. Here is the problem about between Man United and Arsenal here. Zubimendi will require a lot of work from the likes of Mbeumo especially and Mason Mount, because Zubimendi is the key for Arsenal to be able to get out from the back to front. Zubimendi now, he acts like the guy that dictates where Arsenal will go in the next play. Are they going to go left? Are they going to go right? Martin Odegaard is going to play higher on the pitch because now he doesn't need to drop deep and get the ball from the defense. But that midfield battle between Arsenal and Man United, between Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, and also the three midfielders of Arsenal, it will require a lot of work, as I mentioned, from Mbeumo and Mason Mount to be able to cover that third guy. But that will leave spaces. It will leave spaces for Jurriën Timber. It will leave spaces for Calafiori. Calafiori inverts, and Timber also sometimes inverts in the midfield. That will create numerical advantage for Arsenal in that midfield. That's why I am expecting Arsenal to have the majority of the position, but I'm also expecting Man United to have joy on the sides when they have the ball. So this is where I think Arsenal will actually thrive. Arsenal will thrive in that midfield area against Man United. We know that Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes are... Lately, Casemiro has not been the best defender in terms of the midfield, and Bruno Fernandes is basically an offensive player. He's the number 10 playing in the 6 or the 8 position or the double pivot position, if you say so. So that is why I believe that I am not sure if Manchester United should change the formation to play maybe Bruno Fernandes higher instead of Mason Mount and put Ugarte there who has more legs. I'm a big fan of Kobe Mainoo. The problem is this system doesn't suit Kobe Mainoo a lot. However, I still think that Kobe Mainoo can play instead of Mason Mount. Lately, Ruben Amorim has been favoring Mason Mount. They can change it. Of course, Manchester United, we can have a big surprise tomorrow. And we can see Sesko start, or we can see Kobe Mainoo start. But I'm expecting Amorim to be a little bit cautious, especially in the first game of the season. He wants to win the fans back. There are a lot of fans that are skeptical about Ruben Amorim. And that is why I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious. About Onana or Ben Yedder, it is said that Onana's fit, and Amorim said that he's ready for the next game. I might believe that Onana might start the game at Old Trafford against Arsenal. That is what I believe. What are the aspirations for Man United? I think if Man United get away with a draw in this game, if they win, of course, it's very good. If they get a draw, it will be a very positive result for them and a very good point in the beginning of the season. I know some Man United fans are a little bit greedy, but I think you need to start the season positive, and I think that's why he needs to be a little bit cautious. The opposite cannot be said for Arsenal, because I think that Arsenal need to respond to the likes of Liverpool and the likes of City. They need to win. I don't think, again, I'm going to repeat again, I don't think there should be a meltdown, even if they don't win. If they draw, there will be a lot of criticism. But away at Old Trafford in opening day of the season, agendas will agenda and narratives will run against Arsenal if they don't win. Are Arsenal favorites to win this game? On paper, they should. But football is not played on paper, of course, because this is Manchester United at Old Trafford, where they won against City last season. I know they did a win against Arsenal. Did they? I can't remember what happened last season. I can go and check, but I think Arsenal won against Man United last season. But again, it's a new team for Manchester United. For Arsenal, there is no denying that I think this Arsenal team is miles better than the Arsenal team of last season, especially with having Victor Gyökeres there and Zubimendi. These two by themselves improve the team massively. Just out there, just looking at that, you're thinking there is something that is different about Arsenal, which is the striker. I'm expecting Kai Havertz to play a role in this game. Off the bench, I'm expecting him to play a good role. I am not sure if Madueke is going to get minutes in this game, because Arteta always falls back to his favorite players. I think Martinelli will start, in my opinion. One of the things about that left side of Arsenal is that because Amad Diallo is the guy that is playing right wing back for Manchester United, as we see the lineup of Man United, there will be a lot of joy. There should be on paper a lot of joy for the Martinelli because he plays on the Linioro side. And one-on-one, Martinelli should do something. But we have seen Martinelli fall short lately in games. And that's why a lot of Arsenal fans are asking for an upgrade on that left side. That's why they're asking for a left winger. They're asking for an Eze. They're asking for someone to come in and play for Martinelli. How do Man United win the games? On the counter attack. It's a one-on-one. If you get Cunha one-on-one versus Saliba, if you get Mbeumo one-on-one against Gabriel, you can see the joy. If you get Amad Diallo behind Calafiori, one of the things that how Man United can hurt Arsenal is Amad Diallo behind Calafiori. He steps forward a lot with the ball. If he plays, which is I'm expecting him to play that area behind Calafiori where Gabriel is, if Man United can hit a 2-on-1 with Amad Diallo and Mbeumo, this is where they find joy. Calafiori is a very offensive center back or a left back, if you call him that. In transition in the midfield, I think Man United in the midfield are not quick unless Cunha drops deep. And if you see Cunha drops deep between Zubimendi and between Saliba and Gabriel, this is where Cunha is so lethal. He was with Wolves last season. This is where Man United can hurt Arsenal. What are the odds? I don't know. I don't bet. But you let me know in the comment section what you guys think. This is a massive game. And I think it will have an effect on the rest of the season and how fans feel about their teams. I don't think the two managers will look at this game and say it's a make or break. It's the first game of the season. I know that the media put that game as, oh my God, there's both teams under pressure. But again, I'm just repeating again. If no team wins, if they get a draw, there is not going to be a meltdown. Man United, if they lose 2-1 and have a good performance, people are going to look at it and take positives from it. If Arsenal lose, I think it will be hell-breaking loose. That is my opinion. I think there will be a big meltdown. I think there will be a massive backlash about Arsenal and Arteta and the team. And I'm not sure if that is good for content or not. You let me know in the comment section. But I can't wait for the game tomorrow. It will be a phenomenal and a fantastic game. You let me know your score prediction below and who do you think is going to score. And if you are new here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course, and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.